Hope everybody's doing well on this Monday. Apologize a little bit later today because I had some things happen first thing this morning about the time I was actually going to be going live with you. And so felt like we needed to give a little bit of attention to a couple of things. So apologize for being a little bit later today. We will get this uploaded to our website for those who are not able to watch live. But thank you for joining us live. We're going to go to Matthew chapter 11, and I want to read verses 16 through 19 today. Matthew 11, verses 16 through 19 says, "But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows, and saying, We have piped unto you, and you have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he hath a devil. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, Behold, a man gluttonous and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners, but wisdom is justified of her children." So I ask you the question today, what pleases you? Do you know that you cannot please people all the time? Do you realize that today? A second truth is this: some people will not be happy any of the time. And so how sad it is that some people are just a perpetual critic, if you will. Jesus, he could not stand these kinds of people in that. He disdained those kinds of people. John the Baptist had one approach. Jesus had another. And neither one of these approaches satisfied the Jewish leaders. And the Jewish leaders, they did not like either one of their message. They didn't like the method or how they presented it. John and Jesus were both fulfilling their divine purpose, yet the critics raged on. The critics had accomplished very little. And so under their leadership, what you have is there had been, under the Jewish critics' leadership, there had been no fresh word from God for 400 years. They could achieve little, but they could sure criticize everybody else who was trying to do more than they were. And so what happens is so easy for us to join the critics club where nothing satisfies us. Criticism can be about anything or it can be about nothing. Basically, social media gives every man a megaphone, and even those whose most significant accomplishment has been fixing a bowl of breakfast cereal, it gives them a megaphone. Many pew chairs seem designated as the seat of the scornful. If we're not careful, we'll join that crowd. And so in those chairs, every person feels like they hold a microphone. Now, I'm just going to tell you today, it's unwise to examine the lives of those who speak or write scourging criticisms. Because often what you're going to find is you'll find them, basically their lives are void of any kind of accomplishment. It is a smart question. Why not choose to listen to impact makers rather than critics? I'm going to say that one more time today. Why not choose to listen to impact makers rather than the critics? So what about you? Do you revel or do you enjoy in speaking and hearing criticism? That's my question to us on this Monday morning. I guess it's still morning. I got 30 more minutes. I can say that, can't I? Are any courageous enough watching this video to ask a critic, have you spoken directly to the person that you're criticizing? Jesus took this never satisfied bunch to task. Neither John the Baptist nor he could satisfy them. So to what degree are we like the Lord Jesus, or to what degree are we like those that even he challenged? Think about that today. How long has it been since you said words like, hey, I enjoyed your song today, or good Bible study, or the flowers that you planted are beautiful, something along those? Have you recently even maybe written a note to someone who impacted your life? If not, let me just say this, today would be a good day to do so. And by contrast, how often have you criticized the song that was sung, or the Bible study, or a leader? I want to challenge us today. Let's be motivated by love, and let's not criticize, but let's look for ways to build up. Take a moment today to think about what you usually think about. What is that default setting? Is it to look for something to criticize? Or does it look to look for something to compliment? And if so, why? Why? Who do you listen to? That's another thing that you need to think about today. Who is it that you're listening to? Critics or creators? Why? Whether it's media-based politic critics, or maybe the whispered slight about the youth director, or, what is challenging, what is listening to critics doing to you? It's very important that we think about these things today. We got to surround ourselves with different people, because accompanying ourselves with critics is like, pouring vinegar in a chocolate cake over your blessing. It's kind of like trying to make something sweet out of something that's not going to ever be sweet. Are there things that you need to stop listening to, or are there people that you probably ought to spend less time around? It'll make a difference in your life. It'll make a difference in your happiness as well. So today, our focus is really just on the unpleasables, and those kinds of people. All we can do for them is pray for them and not take what they say to too much heart. Appreciate those that are commenting today. I see Gabriel's commented, also Joyce Sales commenting as well. Thank you so much for joining us on this Monday. Again, apologize for being later today. Just had a couple of church things that I needed to take care of. As you can see, I'm actually here at the building right now, and appreciate you joining us on this, even if it's a little bit later today. God bless you. Hope you have a great Monday. Don't forget, we've got a lot of things coming up this week. We got Children's Church online tonight at 7 o'clock. Prayer meeting in person tomorrow night at 7. Midweek Refresh in person and online at 7 o'clock Wednesday night. Throwback Thursday online only at 7. And then First Lady Friday online only at 7:30. God bless you. Thank you for joining us today.